Slow.
So,
Baby down.
baby, gotta.
I'm on down.
So,
I'm on down.
baby, gotta.
Step into the spotlight, it's time to rise. Where the beats collide and the passion flies. Artists like athletes ready to play. In this world of music, we've got a new way.
It's song to song, we're on the clock. Feel the rhythm pumping, let the sound rock. From the rookie's dream to the champ's big stage. We're breaking all the barriers, turning the page.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to SvS on the Clock, Week 2. I am your host, T-Rex. This is where songs play like athletes. This is the official recap show of Song vs. Song Sports League. We have so much coming up. I want to go over quick house rules just to break down the league right quick for any new viewers and the past viewers for the show. The league breakdown, this is an online league where independent artists compete with songs as a pro sport. Songs are scored from Wednesday through Saturday by the public and judges. Judges scoring produces performance points, which is PPs. Fan scoring produces the average public rating score, which we call them APRS. So you add the PPs to the APRs, you get an overall score. And the scores determine weekly standings, player of the week, SvS Power Rankings, etc., etc. And so with that being said, we're going to welcome our judges on. We have Mr. Conversation on, we have Shandi on, and we also have Murder on with us as well. We have a great lineup coming up. Before we get started, we're going to reveal the power rankings going into week 2. And so here it is. We have Godson. He is currently number 1. He entered as the leader of the pack right now. The top 5 is very close, y'all. Is separated by a very small margin right now. You got the middle of the pack, which you can say 6 through 8 is very tight knit as well. And then the bottom, don't feel bad because this league can change any week. So you have a strong week, you can definitely move up and be a contender. So we got a long season ahead of us. So this is just week 2. So don't be discouraged. Just be encouraged that you can definitely move up. We do have one suspension for this week. LP3 Mir, he's temporarily been suspended due to not meeting the league song submission deadline requirement for week 2. And so we hope that he will be joining us for week 3. And so now we're going to kick off our week 2. The judges have checked out the songs and everything. And we have 10 players coming in this week. And of course, when we do play the songs, it'll be a 1-minute preview followed by a 3-minute clock, 3-minute shot clock for the judges. We have Murder. She's doing delivery. We have Song Quality by Shandi and also Radio Readiness by Mr. Conversation. So to kick it off, y'all, we're going to start with Troy Smith. Well, we made these cool characters here, just to spice up the show a little bit. But Troy Smith, he brought in a song to us called Die Hard Fan. We're going to check this out and we'll be right back.
Game day. It's game day. Got my team packed, got my team jersey on, got my team colors. Now it's time to cheer 'em on. Hey, I'm a die-hard fan. I'm a die-hard fan. When my team play, it's gonna be a good day. It's game day. I don't give a damn what people got to say. Cheer for my team anyway. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. 3 different teams and 3 different reasons. No matter season, cheer for my team no matter how good and bad. Just a season. Cincinnati Bengals, Cincinnati Reds, even those Chi-Town Bulls. People may think I'm just a fool. I would be a die-hard fool. I haven't seen that championship with my teams in so many years. Now since just them Jordan years. 9-8 was the last year. Every time my teams make me mad. Sometimes they just make me sad, make me glad. They be bad. Die-hard teams is all I had. Win, lose, or draw, stand there tall, even
This we're officially on the clock. We're going to start with Murder with Delivery.
Um, it's a 4 for me. I gave him a 4. Um, it's still giving me that ABC rhyme, so it's a 4.
Okay. We got Shundi with Song Quality.
So for me, I gave it a 4 this week as well. I feel like it needs to be mixed better. The vocals were just kind of over there, and the beat, it just was, it wasn't for me this week. So with that being said, I gave that a 4.
Okay. And in Radio Readiness, we have Mr. Conversation.
Yeah, I gave it a 4.5. Um, the general sound quality needs to be worked on, and also mad, sad, glad, bad in couplets. That's touching on murder stuff, but yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right. That's the first one. Now we're moving on to the next one. We have Jomar Rayson. He bringing in some heat this week, y'all. He has a song called Promise Me. We're going to check this out, and we'll be right back.
Love so real. You my forever. Yeah. From the moment that I saw you, girl, my heartbeat changes pace. I felt forever in your presence, like destiny found its place. You smiled and the world slowed down. Everything felt brand new. I knew right then, right there, my whole life was leading to you, yeah. And I ain't running from this feeling. No doubt, no fear, no leaving. If you open up your heart to me, I'll show you what love can truly be. Promise me, yeah, you'll stay when the nights get long, when life gets...
All right, y'all. We're going to start with Delivery.
So Jomar is one of my faves. He's very consistent. I gave a 9.9. The only thing with this is give me some more versatility. I like you're consistent, but show me something different. You're at a different advantage right now from others. So show me something different, but a 9.9.
Okay. Song Quality, Shandy.
So for Jomar this week, I gave this a 10, right? And let me tell you why I gave this a 10 in reference to the sound quality. I feel like this was a dope record. I feel like the lyrics were on point. To me, the song continued to grow more and more and more. Even the runs that were on this song as well. I mean, this is definitely a dope record. A great love song, even with the lyrics. So for me, with all of that being said, I gave that a 10 for me this week, for sure.
Okay. Mr. Conversation with Radio Readiness.
So this is the highest rated song for me this week, but it's not my MVP. I'll explain that later. But Jamar, I'll give you a 9.5. I definitely was feeling this song all the way, vibes, all that. But as far as radio readiness, I mean, it's packaged. It's almost perfect. There's no audio issues. I personally didn't. The intro, I kind of would have went with something different. That's more of a personal choice. So that's the only reason it's 9.5 and not a perfect 10. But that right there, you're not getting much better. Just the whole layout of the song is exactly what we're looking for in radio, beginning to end.
Yes, I co-sign with you on that. Moving on to the third spot. We have Nichelle Royale with a banger called Game Time. Let's check this out. We'll be right back.
Big simmer, bimmer, big simmer, bimmer, Rent a whip, out for the Super Bowl. Big stage, shine, let the cameras roll. Money move clean when the lights get low. New era wins and the standards go. Bring the whips out for the Super Bowl. Elevated nights, let the story unfold. Anything goes when you earned your role. Top tier motion, I'm in control. Big chain glow, but the mind stay sharp. Pressure turn polish, I play my part. They stressed out, I stay composed. Luxury calm with a killer poise. Money flip smart, no kitchen talk. Boardroom plays, no sidewalk walk. Eyes on me when I enter rooms. Prime time over, this ain't assumed. They chase moments, I build legacies. Every step planned, no emergencies. Bring the whips out for the Super Bowl. Big stage, shine at the cameras roll. Money move clean when the lights get low. New era wins, yeah, the standards go. Bring the whips out for the Super Bowl. Elevated nights to the story unfold. Winner.
All right, we are back on the clock. We have Murder with Delivery.
I definitely would have been playing this at the Super Bowl party last week. I like it. She is another one of my faves, and I gave her 8 this week.
Song quality, Shandy.
I like Michelle. I feel like each and every week, I can count on her to definitely get a party jumping with certain records that she plays. I feel like, her vocals be on point, the energy is on point with her songs as well. So this week, I believe I gave Michelle a 9 for me as well. This week, I like this. I like this one.
Okay. Radio readiness, Mr. Conversation.
I gave it a 7.5. I noticed a little bit of issues with the kind of enunciation or something. There was just some things that weren't as clear as others. It's a good song, but in the beginning there was a few issues auditory that I had, but it's got a lot of potential. Tighten it up, and be definitely something that I could play right behind other songs of the same genre.
Okay, absolutely. We're going to move on to our next contender, B. Garcia. She's bringing a track called Goddess of War. Let's check this out, y'all. We'll be right back.
I got pride, I had to bleed for mine. Had to lose myself just to realign. Every scar is a badge, not a flaw. Now I walk with grace like a goddess of war. I got pride, still humble with it. Kept it solid, never stumble with it. Used to down me, now they trouble with it. I forgave, but I never forget it. Yeah, I came from nothing, turned pain into purpose. Dug out the dirt while it scratched at the surface. Made peace with the past, now I lace up in gold. Walk like a weapon, heart icy but bold. Used to pray for a break, now I break through the ceiling. Whole world talking, but I move off feeling. They tried to write me off, now I own the script. Turned every note into power I grip. Her taught me silence is louder than talk. I learned to lead before I learned how to walk. Ain't no love in the game, just plays in survival. So I crown myself, no need for a title. I bled for this, don't call it luck. I was down.
All right, we're back. We're going to start with Delivery.
B, I gave a 6 this week. You gave me a little different vibe, but I like your flow before. You were more passionate with your previous songs. This song was kind of like you sitting outside just talking. It wasn't a passionate song how previous week you was telling me, hey, this is where I'm at. This is where I stand. So it was a 6 for me this week.
Song quality.
So for me this week, I gave this a 6.5. I kind of see where you're going with the record. It kind of gave me a little bit of a splash of the Taylor Swift vibes, like, as far as like kind of wanting to be a storytelling type of song. However, if you are going to go for something like this, I would kind of expect for the energy to be up a little bit more, give a little bit more attitude, bring a little more spice into it. So for me, it's a 6.5 this week in reference to this record here. Not one of my favorites that you've done, but I can kind of see where you're going with it.
Radio readiness.
This was the hardest song for me. This, for grading scale purposes, there was no passion. I didn't believe what you were saying. Now, because I am radio readiness, I try not to touch into other things, but there was no feeling, right, in this one. I didn't believe it. I'm glad Murder said something about passion earlier. So for that, and especially in comparing it, because this is a competition to other songs and other artists who have similar genre as you, I gave it a 6.5. I felt it was lacking compared to another artist or two here. So 6.5.
Okay. Moving on. Right now, the current number one contender, Godson, he's bringing the real juice. We're going to check out this record, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Godson.
Freak on the beat.
Lately I feel the shadows creeping in so cold. Walls closing in, suffocating tight. In the dark, man, I'm losing the fight. I used to break under pressure, now I break chains instead. I've been through hell, still standing, let the beat testify. I came from nights where the walls felt alive. Voices in the dark trying to take my drive. Panic in my chest, breathe cut like a knife. But God put his hand on the wreckage of my life. Maybe I ain't as strong as I'd hope. What if I can't find my way back home? Bed soaking wet cause of all the sweat. I need to find a way up into the light. They thought I'd crash out early, I said I'd never win. Every scar reminder I survived what broke them in. Every breakdown built a faith.
All right, that was Godson. We're going to start with Delivery with Murder.
I like this one. I gave Godson a 9.9. He's pretty consistent every week as well. He's another consistent one. And it was a 9.9 for me.
Moving on to song quality, Miss Shandy.
For me, I believe I gave Godson an 8.5 this week. Definitely good quality that I usually expect from him as well. So I definitely appreciate that. I appreciate the message as well in the song. I like Godson. So for this week, definitely was an 8.5.
Okay, moving on to Radio Readiness with Mr. Conversation.
Godson, I'm expecting a lot out of you. Okay. I've went through your catalog. I've heard what you got. This wasn't one of my favorites, but as far as radio readiness, 100, it is a radio ready song. I dropped you down a little bit because another artist that is in your genre does some similar stuff. I've got rated a little higher, but you're definitely in this. Just continue to come with it. Think it was more of a song choice kind of thing. It's just like a versus battle. This is a versus. If you hear different songs at different times, but against a certain song, it might not be rated quite as high. That's the only thing. But you seem like you have your format done and it's correct. Sounds good. The positivity in it. I love it. We need more of this type of music in the world. I gave it an 8.
All right. Moving along, we have Mahogany 143. She's bringing a designer song, the designer track for us. Let's check this out. We'll be right back.
Great phone. Stay.
You can't call me the best, yes I'm that type. Have you gone at your mind, have you lost sight? Got you looking like was your time. You bring out the best parts of your life. You should try to relax, have a good time. You should try to relax, have a good time. I don't need no complaints, let it ride. All the stress out of your mind. You trying to give me, give me, give me. No, I ain't buying dreams, buying dreams, buying dreams. You say you're feeling me, I see you wanna see all those designer things. Just take this ride with me.
All right, we have the judges back. That was Mahogany 143. We're going to start with Delivery Murder.
Okay, so Mahogany, I can hear what you're saying this week. I hear the voice clarity. I understand the story that you were saying with this one. So this week I gave you a 4. It was a 4 for me this week. Good job.
Sound quality Shandy.
All right, Mahogany. So this week for me, I see where you were going with the song. So I do see the potential that you have with it. I just feel like on the record, as far as sound quality goes, the vocals were up too loud. We want to make sure that we kind of get that mixed, and we definitely want to make sure that we still can be able to hear you, but not have the beat overbear your vocals. I definitely see the potential. So I gave you a 6 this week off of that because I feel like there's a potential for this record, and the energy that you also had in there as well. Just got to tighten up a little bit more and getting that mixed and with your vocals and the beat.
Radio readiness with Mr. Conversation.
I'm echoing Shandi on this one. I do see a lot of potential. This is, I think, is your realm, kind of. You got to tighten that up. It's not quite radio ready. I give you a 6. But I also need to make sure stay on that beat. This R&B kind of stuff, you're not rap. You can kind of be off the beat a little bit. You can do different stuff, different type of style, Chicago style, different things like that. R&B, you got to be on in that pocket. It's hit it. Hit that 2 and that 4, that 1 and that 3. You was behind a little bit. So for all that, a 6.
Okay. Our next contender is Janine Correa. She has a hot track called Love Like Fire. Let's check this track out. We'll be right back.
Turn up this song, yeah. Loving not the dance tonight. Love like fire, shining so bright. Hold me closer, everything feels right. No worries, no fights, just dance in the light. Heartbeat strong, love takes flight. Oh yeah, flame so high, let it burn, let it burn. When you smile, the world feels new. Sunrise glows when I look at you. Every step you take, the rhythm starts to move. Pull me closer, show me your groove. Step with me, girl, step with me now. From city streets to the ocean shore.
All right, y'all. Love Like Fire. We have Delivery Murder.
I gave Janine a 6.8 this week. I like the song, but I felt like it was like a delay between her and the rhythm. Like her vocals needed to be speeded up a little more. But it was a 6.8 for me.
Sound quality, Shandy.
All right, so this week I gave a 7. Janine, I definitely, see these type of records that you are making, so I kind of see where you're going with it. For this one, I would say the energy needs to be up a little bit more. In reference to this record, it took me a little minute to kind of get into it. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and give you a 7 for me this week.
All right. I guess I'm on my own on this side. All right, I gave it an 8.5. All right, I was feeling it. I got into it a little bit. I want to see this live and see if she can hit that high note that she did earlier in there. That's what I want to see. That impressed me. I want to see if that's hers or if that's engineered. So that's what I'm looking forward to with that. So I gave it an 8.5. I kind of like the vibe. I do understand that type of music and that culture. I get it. It's a little different. I'm on the outside looking in. Maybe that might be why my score is so high on that. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Yes, it did have a nice vibe too. I saw you swaying in your chair there. Yes. We're going to move on to our next contender, De'Eric. He's bringing a track called Different Kind of Flex. So let's check this out from him and we'll be right back.
Hey, yo. Yeah. 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 Used to chase shortcuts. Now I chase my son around the yard. Used to wake up hungover. Now I wake up and thank God. Yeah. Was a problem in a zip code. Now I'm solving a mentor to the misfit. They see the beard and the baby seat. Still shocked when I step in and rip this. I'm the call when the fam in a crisis. Unk at the cookout, laughing by the spices. Big bro to the ones with their head low. I lived that, I left that, I said so. Yeah, I took all that pain, made a promise. Told my mama she would see me honest. Told my pops he would see me grow. Not just older, but a soul that glows. Husband in the hallway, folding clothes. Then I step in the booth, turn a beat to a throne. Ring on my finger, crown in my chest. I don't need to act hard when I'm already blessed. Still sharper than the rumors. Flow cut deep like barbers in the summer.
All right, y'all. I'm interested to hear the scores on this track. We're going to start with delivery.
So I was feeling this. This gave me like a New York vibe, summertime, summertime vibe. Like I like his flow on it. He was actually my 10 this week. He was my 10 for this week.
Okay. Sound quality.
This week I gave him a 9.5. I'm definitely feeling this record. It definitely takes me back to, like Murda said, the up north vibes. I'm definitely feeling this. So yeah, it was a 9.5 for me this week on this record.
Radio readiness.
Gave it a 9. It was dope. I loved it. The mindset it put me in as a father, as a man. I used to take shortcuts, but you know what I mean? Like coming in right in the beginning about what we used to do. All right, but anyway, radio readiness, it is type of song that I can play. But that's why I was telling Godson, I compared your song to this song in particular to kind of figure out exactly where I wanted to go with it. So y'all got to come. As y'all can see, we got some people here that got bars. Y'all both do. Hey, y'all battling. Let's get it in y'all own particular kind of situation.
Yes, it definitely gave some nostalgic vibes. It gave me the Murda said, the New York sound, some J. Cole. It really gave me all of that just bottled up in one, man. And yes, I enjoyed this song personally too. And yes, hip hop, man. Hip hop is here. It hasn't left. It's still here. It's still here.
Definitely the punchlines and metaphors for me though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, indeed. All right, we're down to our last 2 artists of the week of week 2. We have Emoji J. He's bringing some fire. His song is From the Shadows, so we're going to check this out. We'll be right back.
I gave my life, they took it all. Built them a throne, watch kingdoms fall. I held their storms, I bore their pain, but now I rise and break the chain. From the shadows I breathe again. Every scar becomes revenge. You will feel what you have done. Fate has
All right, y'all. That was Emoji J. We're gonna start with Delivery Murder.
Emoji J. I need to see something different from you. You're giving me the same thing, and I believe I said this last week with your other song. You're giving me more of a soundtrack vibe versus a competition vibe. So give me something different. Give me something different. But it was a 6.5 for me.
Okay. Song quality, Shandi.
So correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but isn't this the same song from last week? So in reference for me, what I would kind of be expecting, for sure is, I agree with Murder said, how I felt about the song in reference to the first time I heard it. Definitely could see soundtrack vibes, definitely can see where you're going with that. But definitely I'm looking forward to something new. So for this week, for my vote, it will be a 6.5.
Okay. Radio readiness, Mr. Conversation.
That's why I also grade against the other songs that's come this week. So I got it as an 8, consistent, pretty much for the same. But same thing, know, soundtrack type song. I liked it. I have no issue with it. I can see it on Blade. I can see it on something like that. Any of the superhero movies, one of those type of things. Hey, we'd like to see more from you. So submit something else so we can grade those.
Absolutely. We're down to our last artist of the week of week 2, Mr. Black Male. He's bringing a track called Mastermind. So let's check this out and we'll be right back.
Nothing satisfies me anymore. No one knows my hurt, and that's for sure. I'm looking around, and what do I see? I say, man.
All right, y'all. That was the last one on the clock. Mr. Black Male, starting with Delivery Murder.
It was a lot going on for me with this song. I liked last week's songs better. It was a 4 for me. I'm a little confused with you. I'm not sure which way to go with you. So it's a 4 for me though.
Song quality, Shandi.
So Mr. Blackwell, for me, this week is going to be a 4.5. The reason being in reference to the sound quality, I don't know how to feel about this record in reference to, for one, the introduction is way too long. I can't get into the record, even in reference to the little time that we've heard the snippet. So for me, in reference to that, I feel like that needs to kind of tighten up in that area. And then as far as with the lyrics as well, I'm kind of confused between the beat and the lyrics on how it's not meshing quite together on this record for me in reference to the quality. So definitely a 4.5 for me this week.
This
Radio
is
readiness.
a mash of genres, and I get what could have been, but what was actually, I guess, brought out, it didn't really hit. I think the intro was too long. I gave it a 5. Intro was too long, but a softer acoustic guitar, I think, would have went better with this. That first beat, this is a musician to me. I could have heard that song, flesh it out a little more, but the struts with the guitar and all of that, it was just too much. And then you came into the guy singing, and he doesn't actually start rapping until about a minute and like, was it 30 minute 40 into the actual song. So we couldn't even get to that in this. So we didn't even hear him. So I just putting it out there.
Okay, okay. Well, that's a wrap, but not so fast. Not so fast. We got to bring in the official. She is in the building. We got 10 Carat. Welcome to the show. We got 10
Hey,
songs in. Time for some commentary.
yes, let me give you all my rundown for this week, for this week's Song versus Song. First of all, I'm going to start off with Troy Smith. I appreciate your concept, but the execution definitely need work, so I agree with my judges. Not sure where and how you're recording this, but it's very, very important that you really understand that you need production. This is week 2. You definitely need to step it up. Time for you to turn it up or whatever because of it's getting on to the point that like your scores are dropping lower and lower, so therefore like you definitely want to be a contender in this competition. Also, watch your pronunciations. You are one of the people this week that I had to listen to this record 2 or 3 times to make sure I did not hear any cursing or anything, to make sure it was radio ready. And I kind of listened to it enough to see that it was, but watch your pronunciations. Jamal Ransom, I'm just going to tell you, well, I'm going to go back to Troy Smith. I would have gave you a 4. Jamal Ransom, nice lyrics and execution. I mean, just all the way across the board, I would have gave you a 9. Nichelle Royale, you are another one. I agree with our judge, Radio Ready judge. You need to watch your pronunciations as well, because I had to listen to your song several times to make sure in that initial I did not hear cursing. Be very careful on how you get your songs edited, because like I said, I had to listen to let this slide, but I didn't hear the whole curse word, so be very careful. I love this record, the build up as well. The record for me told a story that spoke to me, so great job, and I would have gave you a 9. B. Garcia, the picture this record painted to me was extremely, extremely dope. I loved it. I want you to keep going, keep doing what you're doing. I would have gave you an 8. Godson, of course, this week you didn't disappoint. You are one of my favorites in this competition. Once again, I love your execution and delivery and your lyrics in the songs that just putting out week after week after week after week. Every week you keep giving us more and more. I appreciate you. I would have gave you a 9.2. Mahogany 143. This has been the most well put together record that you've submitted since the season started. Yes, the record still needs to be mixed. Yes, you still need work, but I see you're taking heed to what the judges are saying when it comes down to you. So I definitely can appreciate that, because this record is the first record you submitted that wasn't all over the place. Jenny Correa, beautiful record, great mix. I love the lyrics. Get this record mastered. That's going to be very important with your music, but I would have gave you an 8.3. D Airqui, D accent mark ARIQ. I'm definitely gonna mispronounce your name, but you are definitely, definitely, definitely hip hop, and I absolutely love it. Keep doing what you're doing. This record does need a better mix on it, because your vocals are a little bit louder than the music was, but I would have still gave you an 8.6. Emoji, absolutely loved this record. Great production as well put together. I can see this being performed live and at a concert, and the crowd is going crazy, going bananas. I would have gave this record a 9.8. And Mr. Blackwell, This song reminds me of something from like something Organized Noise, Dungeon Family. I could see where you were trying to go with it, but it just was not executed right. This record right here has to have a strong mix on it. It has to be mastered. This because it's missing the point of execution. I would have gave you a 6 on this, but there's a penalty this week. Of course, T-Rex has already said it, but LP3 Murr, he submitted his song late. So for late submission, the penalty is 0, 0, 0 across the board from my judges, as well as your APRs this week do not count. So therefore, nothing will change with your score from week 1. Also, this week, my most improved player, I have to give it to Miss Mahogany 143. I already explained why. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep taking these judges' criticism very, very, very. Just take it to heart. Don't take it to heart, but take it to mind. Keep executing the way that you are. Definitely deserve that this week. And of course, my favorite for this week, Emoji. Like I said before, I see your audience and I know for a fact they're gonna love you. This week, that is all from me as your official 10 carat. You know I'm gonna disagree to agree with my judges, but in the same sense, this is song versus song, and artists, you need to come on with it next week. Week 3 is around the corner.
Absolutely. Judges, y'all have any feedback or any comments you would like to make?
My MVP is De'Eric. That's my MVP for today. It was really tough between that and Jamar, but De'Eric really touched on everything that I would want, and so that's what I went with.
Yeah, my MVP was Derek as well. I'm looking for the punchlines and metaphors. I'm looking for the storylines. I'm looking to be like, oh yeah, like Godson. That man said I walk through the fire and walk out with fire. Like, that's what I'm looking for. So it was hard for me to choose between those two. Like I already know what Jomar's giving me, but give me something different too, Jomar. But my MVP was definitely Derek. Keep it coming.
And lastly, for me, I agree with the judges. Tariq and Jomar, very impressed with you guys this week. As far as with sound quality, with everybody, just consistent, be consistent. Make sure that you guys are watching your tones when you're going into your vocal changes and all of that, and your songs. Make sure it's mixed, well. When you're doing the song. So I'm looking forward to hear what you guys are going to bring to the table for week 3.
Yes, absolutely. I just want to take this time to thank the judges and the official. They put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this, a lot of time and energy to come on the show, even during the weekdays, checking out the songs, reaching out to the artists, giving them feedback or whatever. They are definitely the heartbeat of this show, and they're definitely here to help mold you all to be better artists in the industry. So definitely commend you all for taking the time to come on SvS on the clock. We're gonna.
Hey, I was listening to them on Valentine's Day, so just let y'all know I was going over the songs again on Valentine's now. So let y'all know.
Did you happen to play Joe Mars' song on Valentine's Day?
Yeah,
and
you
repeat
feel
on
me? Hey, I
repeat?
was able to sneak that in. Don't tell on me now, brother.
Yes. I know Shonda and I was talking off the air. I said, man, we need to put that song on Sweat Hotel or something like that. I said, that song is a really good R&B track. I'm really feeling that. I should have played it. I don't know why I didn't play it yesterday. My wife and I, we renewed our wedding vows yesterday. And so, we had to commence that or whatever. But we should have. Thank you. Should have played Joe Mara. I didn't even think about that. Hey, but tonight, could happen. But anyway, moving on. We got to reveal the APRs for the week. As you can see, we have the scoring totals from the judges and also from the fan votes. The fan vote is very important for everyone who played the SvS challenge. If your ranking list matches our official APRs list, you win the money pot. The more participants, the bigger the pot. when we add the judges' performance points to the APRs, that give us the official week 2 overall scores and updated SvS Power Rankings. So as you can see, if you're watching on YouTube Live or anywhere else, you see the scores here. Just run through them right quick. We got Nichelle with 28.55, Janine with 26.72, Jomar with 33.68, Mr. Blackmail with 16.69, B. Garcia with 21.96, Mahogany 143 with 19.65, Godson with 19.1, De'Eric with 30.82, Emoji J with 23.3, and Troy Smith with 14.79. So thank you all so much for tuning in. And make sure, just a quick reminder, scoring runs through Wednesday through Saturday. Submission deadlines are enforced. Of course, like 10 Carat said, if you don't have it in time, you will not be on for the week and you will get zeros across the board. Week 2 raises the stakes, rankings shift. Pressure builds. This isn't just music. This is competition. I want to say thank you all for witnessing the birth of a new culture, a new industry, and a new sport. We are out. I hope you all have a good night. God bless. Peace.
Baby down,
Baby, baby, gotta.
I'm a down, I'm a down.
Baby, baby, gotta.
Step into the spotlight, it's time to rise. Where the beats collide and the passion flies. Artists like athletes ready to play. In this world of music, we've got a new way.
It's song to song, we're on the clock. Feel the rhythm pumping, let the sound rock. From the rookie's dream to the champ's big stage, we're breaking all the barriers, turning the page.